Thank you so, thank you so much, Your Excellency, for this great opportunity that God has brought us together. Let me quickly use this opportunity to say good morning to everyone once again. My name is Dr. Lawson Tom, PhD holder on diplomacy and education. By the special grace of God, just as we have been told that yesterday was the last day of this program, but just because our mother has the passion to still talk to us and we will not take this for granted. She said, no, let me speak to my children once again. I said, no problem, ma. We are ready to hear your voice, your beautiful voice. So this morning, we are going to round up this particular diploma in project management course to enable us prepare for the one coming ahead. So please, I urge you all to be steadfast as usual. Prepare yourself. Today, I wish you all good luck. Elizabeth has already obtained an award. So I am believing God that another person is coming out today in this class, receiving another great award. So I wish you all good luck. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lawson Tom, the founder and president of Prestige Crosser Consulting Firm. I want to seize this opportunity to express our gratitude on behalf of Y.Y.C.I International for this opportunity to collaborate with PCCF for this 10 days diploma project management. We do not take that for granted. And I personally have learned a lot. And we are also going through another 3 months national project program, diploma program with another university. So every knowledge counts and no knowledge is waste. Like one of our speakers said yesterday, our lecturer said yesterday, he said, even if you don't need the knowledge now, one particular statement or one particular course, in the future, you might need them. And that is why we keep learning. And every knowledge that we attain today is for this day and for the future. You never know when you will need it. And like I always say, the mindset is everything. And without growing in that mindset, there will be no transformation. So mindset is the storage of the information gathered. So you are all listening and learning for the past 10 days, you are installing those informations in your mindset. They will be there for you to use anytime. So no knowledge is waste. And your time is an investment. Your sacrifice, your commitment to developing yourself and developing your career. So any diploma that you invest yourself into and invest your money is of no waste. Let me just quickly say this before we move on. I've checked the platform and I noticed that the advanced level of this diploma is about to start. Let me ask my few friends on this platform. Please type yes if you've already registered for that advanced level. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Yes, you didn't expect me to ask the question, but PPCF is my baby. And anything that is going on there, even if I'm not fully involved, I observe quietly and I know all the activities on that platform. So my question now is, how many of you have registered for the advance? Quickly, quickly. I don't want to think that nobody on this platform has registered. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Vandy, they've registered. Thank you so much. At least that makes it two people, personalities, great leaders have registered. Any other person have registered for the advance. If you've completed this 10 days diploma and you are not willing to attend the advanced level, I'm thinking, are you trying to close up your mindset? Remember, we said mindset is about fixed mindset and growth mindset. And we all understand what growth means. That means you keep growing your mind, you keep installing more information, adding more knowledge, and keep learning. So if you have started with this amazing 10 days diploma and you want to keep growing your mindset, I want to believe that the advanced level of this course is very, very important for you to register. Thank you so much, Madam Patient. Yes, you are doing it today. Thank you so much. So let me ask that questions again for those that just joined us. How many of you have you registered for the advanced level? If you have registered for the advanced level, so please type on the chat box and let me know. Very, very important. So on that note, we will continue our lectures for today. What do I have for you today? First of all, let me recap what we've done so far. On the 23rd of May, we started with the risk management strategies for large-scale projects, and we had a good time then. On 24th, we also continue with role of leadership in project success. And we actually spent almost 2 hours because that is really my areas of specialty, building leadership. And on this day, we're going to focus on project management in crisis situation. So let's begin. But before then, because I can't do two things at the same time, I would like somebody to volunteer, maybe Dr. Lansing. I'll make you the co-host, sir. And then probably I will make okay, Mr. Kenneth, you are still here. I think the connection was floating with you. So that is why. So I will make Dr. Lansing and Dr. Kenneth and also Mr. Onisa co-host. So please, while the teaching is going on, can you admit others into the platform, please? So while I focus on what we are sharing today. So we said that our topic for today is project management in crisis situation. Yesterday, when I was following the program yesterday, the teaching, amazing teaching that was said yesterday, please, if you are joining us, please write your full name on your profile so that we will know exactly who is. We don't want any funny name. Please write your full name on it, please. I'm begging. Okay, so if you have 1904, please change it to your full name. Thank you, sir. Okay, so like I was saying, I joined the program yesterday. Amazing program. That lecturer was amazing and he really taught us so well. And at the end of it, there was a lot of tests yesterday, and I really followed. I actually wanted to involve, but because I was on site, I mean, I was on transit, I couldn't involve. But Well done to those that really, really make an attempt to follow up through and also to answer some of the questions. So like Mr. Kenneth, you said something about the stages of crisis management, and you were talking at the pre-crisis, crisis detection, crisis response, recovery, and post-crisis. I've followed everything, and I really appreciate your commitment to learn. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue. So,
Amen.
crisis intervention situation. I'm sure most of us have already involved or experienced or witnessed a crisis situation. Can you just list any that you have involved, you have experienced on the chat box? Please, quick, quick. I only give you 1 minute to do this. Any crisis situation you have involved, experienced, or even join others to manage that crisis. Can you please? eh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I hope my question is clear enough. I said, can you mention any crisis situation that you have experienced yourself, or you have joined others to manage that crisis, or you yourself as witness, experience, and also join others to manage the crisis? Is there any situation? It looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope we are not joining to just to listen to me. We are having discussion. That is why this is live. And we are reflecting back of what you've read or what you've learned for the past 9 days or 10 days. So, Mr. Unisa, I don't like to call name, but if everybody is silent, then I will call them. Mr. Unisa, any experience? For example, it could be child abuse. It could be an argument between two colleagues at work. It could be an argument between, see, I'm even giving you some answers, but I need you to answer. I need you to respond back to me. I don't want to be the only one speaking this morning. And I'm sure what I'm asking is not new to every one of us. So please type any crisis situation. Dr. Lonsing, Madam Patient, Mr. Clinton, resources constrained in my house building project. Excellent, sir. Others, please. Thank you so much. Kim Impact, I'm waiting. I only give one because we've spent almost 15 minutes waiting for us to settle down in the class. We don't want to waste much of your time, and I have a lot to share with you before we round up. But I want you to respond. I want to know that you are here with us and you are learning and ready to involve. That is the good part of having a live diploma courses or program. So, only Mr. Unisa, others? You want to tell me that you haven't experienced any crisis situation before? Hmm? You haven't? Oh, please don't let me down this morning. I can as well pack up and say the class is over. Thank you so much, Madam Patient. Conflict in a training hall. Wow. Okay. Any crisis you've experienced? Because I know you've experienced or witnessed or even joined other group to manage this crisis. places, some workers of my team. Yes, thank you, sir. Others, we are up to 8. Dr. Lonsing, I also want you to contribute. Working with people who lack common interests. Okay, that also can build crisis. Okay, crisis situation. What about in a business? You know, what about crisis between the customers and the sellers? What about the man? That one is very, very common if you don't know. Crisis situation between manager and the team members, or manager between manager and the staff. Okay, time and urgency. Yes, thank you, sir. Oh, yes. Let's get 2 more and then we continue. Crisis situation. You have witnessed, you have experienced, and you also have involved in managing it. Any other? I haven't heard anything from Mr. Kenneth yet. Um, I know that he's having problem with connection, but I can see that he's sitting down nicely listening to me, because I can only visualize the position of others, since none of you are opening your camera. But I want to believe that we are here relaxing and listening to this young lady that opened her camera. Okay, conflict with poor planning and lack of effective leadership in a conference. Okay, all right, thank you so much. Let me grab my water. I'm coming. Please, if you still want to write, please write. Okay, all right. All right, I can see Mr. Clinton is in the site building. And the young man is really working hard over there. Okay, so let's continue quickly. So, for example, the examples of crisis intervention situation: a child abuse investigation, spouse abuse, that is in the family situation now, an unplanned pregnancy, a parent's disaction, a chronically ill family member, and lack of social support are examples of family situations that can create stress and crisis. Another example of a crisis in workplace: environmental disaster, corporate fraud, product failure, destruction brought by a global pandemic. Any of these can propel an organization into crisis communication mode. But in the drive to manage the fallout and protect their reputation, companies often neglect to talk to their most important stakeholder or to deal with the situation right and then in a very right way. So, what is also another example? In the social work, significant life events that most view as happy, such as a marriage, the birth of a child, a job promotion, or retirement, can trigger a crisis even at workplace or even at home. A child enrolling in school can be another crisis. The behaviors of an adolescent can be another crisis. A grown child leaving the home, the onset of menopause, or the death of a loved one can also be a crisis. So, the next questions I would like to ask my fellow, especially some that are involved in managing crisis: what are the key points? I need only 2 that you can, what are the key steps? Only 2 I need that you will use to manage the crisis situation. It could be at home, it could be in a social world, it could be at your workplace, it could be in your business. So I would like my great leaders to please tell me one or two key steps that you can take to manage any crisis situation. I'm waiting. Thank you so much, sir. Prevention and preparedness. Okay. It looks like someone is okay. Let me not say anything now. Let's continue. Let's continue. Please, it's very, very important that we do this. Only Mr. Unisa answering me this morning. You've started very well. Mediation based on their differences. Thank you, Madam Patient. I'm waiting. We only have 1 minute to do this discussion, to respond to me so I can continue. I believe my question is clear and is understandable. So I would like you to respond back to me. Please, what are the steps, unless if you have not involved in any crisis solution management? But then I believe with this 10 days diploma program, I think that has already steer you up, reminds you of some situation, and all what I'm just asking is, what 2 steps can you take to undo that situation, that crisis situation? Okay, one more, and then we will move on. Facts checking, neutrality, and recovery. Thank you so much. I don't know why. Okay, I've moved you already. That's okay. Right. Thank you so much. It's very, very important. Let's move on. So, the first thing first is to identify a crisis situation. Know the signs of this crisis. It happens everywhere. As long as you understand that crises do exist everywhere, in any places, at any time, to any person. So the first thing that you need to do when it's at a point, sometimes it can be visible or invisible. Sometimes it might not cook up like it's serious, but behind the scene, it started cooking up, but not everybody will observe the crisis. It's only when now it's obvious that people can see and they can notice and they can observe. Probably there's been a lot of tension, a lot of stress, and then behavior are changing. Their performances are really changing. They are not performing well. Their production is not coming up well. Especially when you are working on a higher level, then things started falling apart. So, how do you identify a crisis situation? Know the signs of a crisis. Number 1, attempts or threats to harm or kill. So you have to observe that. You have to identify, is this crisis going too far? Is it out of hand? Can it still be controlled? Can we prevent it not to go far? Delusion or hallucination. Extreme withdrawal. So these are the things, probably, like I said, it can create low performance, ineffective working, creating bad product. The atmosphere is not comfortable for every other person to stay in. They're not sleeping or eating for many days. That also can cause somebody that is involving or that is experiencing that crisis situation. Like I said, verbal and physical abuse can occur during those crisis. Again, what are the 5 areas of crisis management? Early warning and signal detection. We know that crisis is happening. The moment we all discover that this is now going out of our way and we have to do something quickly to either prevent it or to quickly do something about it. Preparation and prevention, damage containment, recovery, and learning and reflection. So these are the 5 phases of crisis management. What I'm doing today is just to summarize what we've been learning since 10 days of our diploma program on project management. Okay, so the first one I would like to ask, I know the title of this is about how do we organize a project to manage in times of crisis situation. It's a project. Project will be in a way that 2 or 3 or even more than that are formed, and their responsibility is to investigate and identify, or maybe they're being summoned to it, but they can identify what was wrong, the crisis situation. So it is their duty to identify it right there. What has caused this crisis? How, if we don't handle this crisis now, what's going to be the effects of it when it escalates? So they are the one to think critically. And then they need to listen to every party that is involved in this crisis. So they have to do a lot of meetings. They have to create a lot of documents to back up, and probably they have to use the organization policy or legislation or union, so to back up what was being said. Within the period, they will now need to do another meeting to look into the situation, to discuss it further down and say, okay, this is the crisis situation. How are we going to go about it? We've listened to parties involved. We've discovered and identified what has gone wrong. Now, where is the solution? So it is very important that we follow this as we are working as a team. So, crisis intervention strategy. Step 1, define the problem. In this phase, we help others figure out what the problem is that we are trying to solve. Remember, we are all working together and it's a project that we are working to be successful in that project. So, and you can use everything, every knowledge that you've learned since 10 days to apply to this situation. This one is just like one of the practical ways to apply your knowledge. So, the step 1 is define the problem. The second one is to assess the risks around the crisis situation. So ensure safety for everyone around the area, everyone that's involved in this situation, even the organization itself, because you have to also protect the image of the organization. Then the third one is provide support. Provide support. The fourth one is examine alternative. So maybe the support that you are providing is not enough. So you need to suggest other alternatives to solve this problem and to manage this project. The fifth one is make a plan. The sixth one is obtain commitment. So that means whoever is around, all the others coming together to solve this crisis, they have to be committed to it. Now, my question again is, can somebody or all of you, if it's possible, I just want to know who is following with me. Can you please write down or list down the chat box? It's also going to remind some other people. Can you please write on the chat box how these crisis intervention strategies that I have listed for you or that I have shared with you. So the sixth, let me see who is going to be the first. The sixth crisis intervention strategy. Okay, here we go. Let's go. The street strategy. Please, quickly, we have 1 minute to do this. I believe that you've learned this already in our 10 days, so it's not difficult. The sixth strategy for crisis intervention. I just mentioned the six to remind you, but I want you to respond to me quickly. I'm waiting. Let us not waste much of our time. We still have a lot to do together before I round up the section for this 10 days diploma. Remember, we are moving into advance, and I've noticed some of you have already registered, which I am so impressed. In fact, I thought I won't be able to involve, but it looks like I'm going to involve in it. It's going to be serious. Okay. Define the problem, assess the risks around the area, provide support, examine alternative, make a plan, obtain commitment. Thank you so much, Mrs. Elizabeth. Right. What about others? Please, I would like others to respond. Mr. Kim Impart, can you also respond to me, please? Madam Patient, Mr. Clinton, Mr. Unisa. So I would like respond, please. 1 minute more. Quickly. We just want to recap of what I've said, because I don't want to just talk and no one is grabbing anything at all. I'm asking 6 strategies for crisis intervention. Let's assume that as a leader, you are called to join the group, or they invited you to come and solve this crisis for them. So what are the strategies that we've learned, or maybe you want to add to what I've said? What are the strategies? That is what I'm asking you as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a co-worker, team leader, manager. Please, I would like response, please. Quickly. 6 strategies. 6 strategies. Mr. Unisa, Mr. Clinton, Dr. Lonson, Mr. Kim. I believe you are all with me. If you are with me, please respond to my question, please. 6 strategy. At least if I can get 3 more. We are all 8 on this platform. I mean, I believe that 8 is enough for forum. That 8 is okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Kim Impact. Thank you so much, sir. So we are 8. I've only get 2 responses. I believe you know it. please be bold enough to respond to me. Let me know I'm not the only one on this platform. I'm waiting because there's no point for me to talk like a radio and no response. Even these days, the radio also invites other people to comment. So if we are learning, we need to learn together. I want to learn from you as well. So please, I'm waiting. Or we don't want to respond today. Okay, one person more to just let us go so that we don't waste much of your time. 6 strategies, because we're all going to need it. So we are just recapping of what you've learned for the past 10 days. So I shouldn't be waiting for another 1 minute to get your response. Okay, obtaining commitment, mobilizing the team to understand crisis at hand in order to find a way to solve it. I like that one as well because that is new to me. It's not even part of my list, but I believe that is very, very important. Mobilize the team to understand crisis at hand because it is what they will understand that they will respond and they will act on. Thank you so much, Mr. Unisa. Thank you so much, Mr. Clivin. That is more reason why I like you to respond to me because I don't know it all. I'm still learning like you, okay? And the more you can respond to me, the more I learn from you as well. Let me read Mr. Clayton. Identify your crisis leadership team. That's another crucial one. Assess the risks. Oh, it's jumping. It's jump up. Assess the risks. Determine the business impact. Yes, that's when we were talking about the unsafe, focusing on the safe of the business, safe of the people around, and other things. Plan the response, solidify the plan, and review and update. Thank you so much. Madam Patient, problem solving, ensuring safety. Yeah, that's what the words I wanted to use when I heard about determine the business impact. That's the word I wanted to use. Ensuring safety, providing support, exploring alternative, making plans. Thank you so much. Very, very important. I think please re-ask the question again. Okay, sir, Dr. Lonson. The question is, what are the 6, but now that we have more, what are the strategies of crisis intervention? Let's assume that any of our leaders here will be involved in any crisis, involved in any project that we warrant them to manage the crisis. So what are the 6 strategies? That's what I was asking, sir. Thank you. And I think someone is asking me to make them the co-host. Let me see who the person is. Okay, maybe I'll get the message again because I was focusing on the response. Please ask the question again. Yes, I've just asked the question again. Establishing rapport and psychological safety to build trust. Very, very important because you want those that are involved in the crisis to trust the project manager and the team to handle their crisis. So you have to establish rapport. You see, I'm learning, you are learning. So it's not about, let me tell you something. In life, the teachers, the lecturers, they will only come with their own understanding from their research, from their own study. But what makes a scholar the best scholar or an achiever is when the scholar studied those things they've said and put it in their own words and add their own value to what has been said. that makes it your own, that it makes you the ownership of what you are typing. And with what I've seen so far, maybe in the future, I don't know if some of you have become a writer. You've already started writing your chapter for me, because that is the beginning of becoming a writer, a blogger, uh, and becoming an author of a book. Because if you can write from what you've understood, then you can be a good writer. So thank you so much for everything. Let's continue. Okay, so what is a crisis management plan? Crisis management is an organization's process and strategy-based approach for identifying and responding to a critical event. A critical event can be defined as any threat, unanticipated incident, or negative disruption with the potential to impact an organization's people, property, or business processes. I borrowed this from Everbridge. If you want to Google them and learn more about what is crisis management. Okay, so how to handle a crisis in an organization. I believe I'm just recapping from what has been said during the week. Even though there is no miracle solution to effectively manage a crisis, you can follow few steps to set up a visible crisis management plan. This will help every one of us individually. So if I mention this crisis, please listen attentively, and when question is asked, please respond to me quickly. Right. So what are the crises and what are the solutions? Like we said, one solution is not enough. You need to research more. You might even know more than the teacher. You might even know more than your lecturer. So that is where your research skills will be useful. So in this case, I will just recap because I know other people have said it before. Identify risks. What are the risks around the crisis situation? Define an action plan. As a group, as a project team, or as a project leader or manager. Establish a crisis unit. Designate and train a spokesperson among you. Define messages to transmit. Make space for crisis management and always stay positive. That is 6 or 7. So, my dear fellow, the next question will be, and I want the answer quickly. What are the 7 steps to set up a visible crisis management plan? Please write quickly. What are the 7 steps? Simple and clear to understand. And you can now add yours to it. So it could be up to 10. So what are the 7 steps? 7 steps to set up a visible crisis management plan. Like I said right from the beginning, you might not need the program. You might not need the knowledge now. But one way or the other, you might be promoted. You might be the manager. You might be the leader. You might be the director. You might be the supervisor. You might be the coordinator of this kind of project to solve other crises in the organization or even in the community, even in your society, or even in any group. So that is why we're trying to recap what we've learned. So please respond to this question quickly. What are the 7 steps to set up a visible crisis management plan? And you can even add to it. I've given you 7, and I'm expecting probably 10. So let's start. Mr. Kim, Impact. What are the 7 steps in crisis management plan? Mr. Unisa, Mr. Clinton, Mrs. Elizabeth, Madam Patient, Ambassador Joseph. Are we writing, or you are not with us? Dr. Lonson, I've asked clear question. I hope you'll be able to help us as well, because this is a time for us to just recap what we've learned so far since the beginning of this 10 days diploma in project management. So I want to just believe that this is just the practical discussion. This is the practical time and practical section where we all involve to recap of what we've learned in the other place. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Who is this? Oh, my God. Mrs. Elizabeth. You are pushing me to do something today. Okay. Identify potential risks. Conduct a true risk assessment to pinpoint potential crises that could affect your business, such as natural disaster, product recall, and cyber attack. Very, very important. The third one, assemble a crisis team. And also, you need to educate them on what exactly is the crisis so that they will understand it, and also the actions that will be taken. So the action plans, okay? Form a dedicated team with diverse experts, okay? Develop communication strategy, okay? Define clear communication, that's fine, and the channel as well. Create a crisis plan document, very important, especially when we talk about the action plan. So you need to create you need to create a crisis plan document. How we're going to go about it. Either some will research, some will suggest, more meeting will be done. All these things need be, if possible, use the what do you call that now? Sometimes you can also use SMART goals to create the plan. So, for example, you want to be specific, you want to measure, you want to know the time that you want to complete this, and those that are involved, you want to also be assuring them that this is the way we're going to do something, and this is the time we're going to settle all the crises. Implementing training, yes, very important, and exercise, very, very important, because don't assume that your team members know it all. Don't assume that you also knows everything. So implementing training while managing the crisis situation is also very, very important. And then conduct regular training, yes. Establish a command center. Okay. Thank you so much. Mr. Clinton, conduct a thorough risk assessment. Thank you so much. I can see that you've all learned a lot during these 10 days diploma project. So I'm only here to stir your spirit up, to stir your mind up, and for us to recap of what you've learned. So I'm not here for really new thing, because this is just a situation we are talking about. Okay, yes, we've built our knowledge on project management. Now let's apply that managing projects in crisis situation, and that is practical. So that's why I want you to respond to me while we continue. So this is not another theory that you want to come and listen to me. Thank you so much, Mr. Clinton. Identify potential risks, assemble a crisis team, develop communication strategy. And I like the way you are all explaining. Like I said, you are building your writing skills here. I won't be surprised down the end, maybe later in this year or next year or so. I won't be surprised if some of you are launching your book. You see, that is the way to go. Exactly. Thank you so much, Dr. Lunston. Wow. Thank you so much. You know, the good part of it is that we are gaining better understanding of what we've read. Some people will be in university for 4 years learning project management. Do you know that it's also a curriculum? It's a subject, it's a specialist on its own in university. And people will spend 4 years to study project management. And here you study it for 10 days and you can still recap. Because what you understand is what you will imply, that what you will apply or implement. And when you implement it, is the joy, is the result of your learning. So I'm so glad, Dr. Nonsen, thank you so much. Divine Watch of Crisis plans it, okay. Mr. Kim, Impact, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Mr. Kenneth, thank you so much. These 7 steps can help, yes, pre-crisis preparation, risk assessment, because you are all writing it the way you understood it, which is better. You know, we want to learn from you. So I'm teaching, you are teaching. You are sharing, I'm sharing. So please, don't let us waste much time. So let's keep doing this. Madam Patient, thank you so much. Mr. Kenneth, thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. How will you handle a crisis at work? This will depend. This is for every one of us, because if you are not working, you will work one day. If you are not into business, you are working for somebody. If you are not working in the government, you are working in the council, or you are working in a private sector. So we are all workers, and you can be called, or your position can guarantee you to start doing this. So how will you handle a crisis at work? 5 tips of navigating a crisis. Understand the crisis, make a plan, communicate effectively, establish strong management, and show kindness and passion. Why do we need to show kindness and passion when handling a crisis in organization? I think I'm curious to know that. Can somebody just tell me quickly? We mentioned of show kindness and compassion, or maybe to add to it, and empathy. So can somebody just quickly tell me briefly, why do we need to show passion, kindness, and empathy while handling a crisis? Please, I need, if you want to
Yeah.
raise the, okay, yes, Mrs. Elizabeth, please do.
Yes. Why is it important to show kindness? That helps you to help the person to do more. Because once the person is working and they are using their efforts and they are putting all of their time, once you show that kindness, you show that you appreciate them, and it shows that their work they are doing, it is important and it is satisfactory to the company or to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Elizabeth. Thank you so much. That is super, super, super. Mr. Kenneth. Okay, sir. Mr. Kenneth, you
Yeah,
are raising your hand.
showing empathy to the person will make them to understand, like putting yourself in their shoes, so it will help them to better relate to you and understand what happening. It's almost like somebody crying, then you go there to start laughing. So it will sound funny and they won't take it serious, but once the person is crying and go in need of them, maybe you start rubbing their shoulder, it will help them to see that you really bring yourself down to that level and they will be able to better relate to you. So as project manager, we can imitate that style. It will help us.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Mrs. Elizabeth is still raising her hand. Maybe she still wants to say something else before I want to share one scenario. Okay, she stopped the hand. Okay. Yes, it is
Yes,
very, very important. Is somebody okay, Mr. Unisa? Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Showing kindness in crisis management, it shows that it makes the communication flow between you and the co-worker so that the work will be effectively carried out.
Very important. Thank you so much, sir. Any other person? Mr. Kim
Yeah,
Impact?
yeah. First of all, thank you so much for this wonderful section. I'm very grateful for imparting every one of us. Yeah, I want to throw a little understanding of empathy. Empathy is one of the key concepts of ethical leadership. Empathy in a simple term simply means you trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes before you take any actions. That's what empathy simply means. So before you take any action, or before anything happens, or if whatever crisis that happened was caused by somebody else, first of all, as a leader, you have to put yourself in that shoe first before you can take action. So that's simply what empathy simply means. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anybody else want to contribute? I'll tell you an experience. I've worked with Salvation Army for many years in my life here in UK, and we were dealing with the homeless women. Okay, we have about 100 of women in that hostel. So one of them raised an issue, which they have to set up a panel to do something, to solve the issue at that time. But to my surprise, when these people that were involved were invited to the panel, to the meeting, for them to express their feelings. Within that period, one or two of the leaders were just laughing, making joke of what is so serious of the complainer. So at the end of it all, this person walked away from that meeting. Number one. Number two, withdrew ourselves from others in the hostel. Number three, the next thing we find after that occasion was the person gave up her life. That was serious. You need to be very sensitive as a leader, see members. Yeah, we might call it a project, but any project is very sensitive. It could take somebody else's life. It can damage the infrastructure. It can break the reputation of that organization. So many, many things. That is how and then even in that situation, those panel handling that situation will have to end up in court. That is how serious it was. Because according to the Wolfen, they are the one that triggers the situation that makes this person to commit suicide. So that is why we have to be sensitive, put ourselves in that position, like my brother just said. Then when it comes to kindness, we need to go extra miles to know that whoever is involved in the crisis is human like us. You could be facing the same situation in another way, in another place. So you need to show kindness and you have to show compassion. Maybe you are even in a situation like that. Like there was a time I was following this program from Nigeria. It's about one particular woman setting up a jury court for others to come. And then this woman, at the end of it all, to cut the word story short, at the end of it all, this woman decided to release money for that client from her home pocket. That is to show kindness and compassion. So sometimes we need to go extra miles because you never know who is facing the crisis and you don't know how you can impact in that crisis situation. So kindness, empathy, and compassion is very, very important. It doesn't have to be just only forming the group, handling the case, and that is it. But individual can think critically and creatively and see ways they can help the client or that patient or that situation better more than what you've all discussed. Am I making myself clearer? Because how we manage crisis can bring negative or positive impact. So that's more reason why we have to select the right people, right panels, do the right thing, communicate the right information for everyone to understand, and also take the right action. Thank you so much for listening. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on quickly. What are the 5 R's of crisis management in projects? 5 R's of crisis management. These are responsibilities, regret, because we have to feel it and others have to, somebody have to take the responsibility. Somebody needs to regret of the situation. Maybe sometimes when they're doing it, they don't know they're doing it. And now that it's now come to the panel and they have to set up and manage the crisis, probably you will have a good thinking about it and think, all right, probably I regret taking that action that triggers this crisis. So responsibility, regret, resolution, restitution, and reform. Others like to focus on these 4 pillars of a crisis management. So being proactive, monitoring the situation, taking action, and reviewing and learning from the situation is very important. So the first is the 5 R's of crisis management. If you want to start writing down, we have the responsibility, we have the regret, resolution, restitution, and reform. And after that, I also want to suggest 4 pillars of crisis management. You have to be proactive, monitoring the situation regularly, taking actions, and both reviewing what has been said, what has been actions that has been taken, and where to improve, and that is where the learning will come up. So I've mentioned 2 things. 5 R's of crisis management. Please start writing. And then the second one is the 4 pillars of crisis management. Let me see who will help me in this area. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your participant. Thank you so for participating. Thank you so much for your involved in this discussion. So I've mentioned 4 pillars, crisis management. If you still remember, I'm sure they've taught us during the week. Please, let's write it down. I want to learn, and please write it in your own words of understanding. So, 4 pillars of crisis management. I haven't seen anybody, and I've not heard anybody responding. Please, you do it quick. We have only 2 minutes to do this. 4 pillars of crisis management, and then 5 R's of crisis management. So 2 questions. Please, I'm expecting us to involve quickly so that we are reaching the close of this diploma very soon. So please don't give up on me. So Dr. Lonsing, Mr. Clinton, Ambassador Joseph, I've not heard anything from you so far. Please respond. Madam Patient, Mr. Kim, Mr. Unisa, Mrs. Elizabeth, Mr. Kenneth. I'm waiting. Identify your crisis leadership team. Risks, develop a plan, establish, okay, what about the ones I've just mentioned? The 4 pillars of crisis, as described by multiple sources, are mitigation, preparedness, response, and, okay. So I'm waiting. Thank you so much, Mr. Clinton. Is Mr. Clinton the only one on this platform? Please don't give up on me. Let's do it together. We're going to finish very soon. I know 10 days is really tiring, but imagine me sitting down for 3 months to do another diploma with another university. It's not easy. 10 days, but we can still have that energy. Come on, let's gain that energy and respond. Okay, response, recovery, and mitigation. Okay, thank you so much. Monitoring, being proactive, taking actions, and reviewing and train and learning. So that is 4 pillars of crisis management. Thank you so much, Miss Elizabeth. Madam Patient, 4 pillars: preparedness, problem solving, mitigation, and recovery. 5 crisis management: R, recovery, resilience, response, readiness, and risk. Amazing. Let's keep writing. Your book chapter is going to complete very soon. Or even article. So when an opportunity comes to you to come and write 1 chapter in collaboration books, you've already made your chapter on this platform. Congratulations. 5 R's of crisis: recovery, resilience, response, readiness, and risks. Okay, and many more. What about the ones I just mentioned? Do we still remember that? Because it's very important. I don't see anybody mentioning the one I mentioned. Or did we miss out that as well? Should I repeat it? Can somebody let me know if I have to? Yes, I appreciate it. 5 hours of crisis management. That is from what you've learned so far for 10 days. And I still mentioned 5 today, which that means if we add Mr. Clinton's 5 to the 5 that I've mentioned, so imagine we have 10 hours of crisis management. Thank you so much, Madam Elizabeth. Responsibility, regret, restoration, recovery, respond. Okay, you want me to repeat the question, to repeat it? What about you? Using your critical skills, critical thinking skills. Madam Patient, you want me to repeat what I have said? Okay, I will do that to save time. Okay, so what I said is 5 hours of crisis management are responsibility, regret, resolution, restitution, and reform. And 5 pillars of crisis management are being proactive, monitoring the situation, taking action, and both reviewing what has been said, what has been taken, actions that has been taken, and what is the next step, and then learn from what has happened and learn from the action taken and your own take-home point. I think I'm clear on that. I've answered it, Madam Patient. Okay, so let's move on quickly. 11:30. Dr. Lunsey, should I stop now, please? Dr. Lunsey, should I stop the teaching? Because I have to abide by the time scale of this project. 11:30, Dr. Lunsey, the president and founder of PCCF. Should I
Yes,
stop?
Excellency.
Should I stop now, please?
Your Excellency, it depends on if you're done. If you're done,
Okay.
it depends.
Okay, this is the last book. Let me ask my audience if they still want me to continue. Please type yes or response to me by opening your camera or so. Should I continue or should I stop now? Because you are our student, you are our audience. We don't want you to sleep on us. So do you still have energy to continue maybe in another 30 minutes? Should I continue or should I stop? Oh, they are still thinking. They don't know if I should continue or stop. Should I continue or should I stop now? I need response. Dr. Lonson said I can go ahead. But what are you saying? Should I go ahead? Dr. Lonson owns this platform. So he gave me the go ahead. But then having the platform is one thing. Having our student is another thing. Imagine going to a classroom and the student decide to just leave. Who are you teaching? So I need response from you all, please. Should I stop or should I continue? Please respond quickly, 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 quickly. I've got 2. We have about 9 or 8 on the platform. Okay, yes, you can end. Somebody wants us to end it. Okay. Any other one? That is 1 out of 2. So we want more respond. You want us to end the program now or you want us to continue? So please respond. We have to justify this. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Shall I continue? Let it end. Okay. So that is from Mr. Unisa. What about others? What are you saying? You want me to end this program now or you want us to continue? Please, please, I need your response. Very, very important. Remember, majority carries the vote. So Mr. Unison say, I've had enough now. I need to reflect on what I've learned and take action. And others, at least I've got 2. Continue and relax, enjoying your presentation. Okay, so we have 3 people saying continue. We have Mr. Clinton saying yes. I mean, let it end, ma. Okay, so we have two people saying, let us end it now. And we have 3 people saying, let us continue. So I want others also to respond. That will determine if we want to continue. So let's respond, please. Let me see where I've been. Okay, so others are saying respond, others are saying continue. So how far? All right, let me see. I've not heard from others. So 4 people said continue. 2 people said let us end it now. So you can conclude the whole class in 5 minutes. Thank you so much. I like a specific time. Mr. Kim, yes, I like that. 30 minutes is okay. Madam Patient. Okay, let's see. Any other person, it's not even going to be 30 minutes anymore because we spent 4 minutes waiting for your response. Okay, to respect those that want to end it now, what I will say to you is that if you want to leave now, you can leave. You are free to leave the platform if you've had enough. And we really appreciate your time. To those that want to continue, it's not going to be 30 minutes anymore because we've spent 4 minutes asking the question. So to help those that still want to hang around and those that want us to round up, I'll just say to you good news that both the video and the note will be available to you all. And another good news that I want to give all of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dr. Slonsi, can I unveil the news to them? Dr. Lonsi. Okay, all right, I think it's the connection there. All right, what I will say to you all is that, yes, the other day, we gave Mr. and Mrs. Elizabeth a very good book. I would like her to quickly tell me about the book, if she likes it, and what she has gained from that book to start with. Mrs. Elizabeth?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us quickly about the book, if you've really gone through the book and what you've learned, maybe 1 or 2 things, and do you like others to have that book as well? So if you can tell us a little bit about the book, so maybe by the time we release it to them, they too, they can have the book. So Mrs. Elizabeth, can you tell us about the book that we gave you?
Yes, the book is so amazing. I'm going through it. There are major things I've gone through that is important to me, and I would like to share with others as well. Like I went through the 2 kinds of mindset because I have not been knowing it for a very long time. At least this has opened my mind, make me to understand there is a fixed mindset and a growth mindset that is said earlier in the class. And the next thing is that the book also talk about stages of mindset. And the stages of mindset I capture is the destiny, values, beliefs, thought, words, action, and habits. I believe with these thoughts, they are going to help us in our everyday lives. Because before you can have a perfect mindset, you must believe. Just like going to the Bible, reading the Bible, and knowing who you are as an individual. And after doing that, your thoughts, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about others, and after you have done that, the words that you put out, what words are you going to put out to make this or your life speak for you? Because what you do determine who you are, and the actions that you are going to like play out what the actions you are putting out, like what are you doing for your daily activity? What lifestyle are you showing the people in the community, or what belief do you have? All those things, they are important, and the habit too is associated with the habits. The habits that you have with yourself. What are those things? If you have good habits, like for example, some people are very insultive, some people they are kind, they are generous, and the values of those things, it helps you to tell you who you are. So that all will accumulate into our destiny, because if you have all those good things, it helps you to know that indeed you have a greater destiny ahead, and these things are going to help us in the. And the next thing I actually captured, but this is where I stopped anyway. It was on the mindset creatures, and I say I can remember resilience, relationship skills, social awareness, self-awareness. I think there are some. I will continue.
That's
I
good.
will continue from there.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you love the book and you are also reading from the book. It's very, very important that we keep learning. And one of the learning process, because learning is lifelong, is for us to keep reading and keep activating our mind. It's very, very important. So I want to say thank you so much for accepting the gift. And on this note, I would like to say to you all, you will get the only thing that we need. I don't want you to start disturbing Dr. Lonson. Immediately after this, only those people on this platform, please, that have really, because I'm impressed the way you've really involved in this discussion. So only those people on this platform, I will release 2 books for everyone. The reason why 2 books, the first one, Madam Elizabeth has already have the book. So I'm going to give her the 2 books. I'm going to give her the second book. And the second book is my very book that I have waited for 30 years. And that second book unveil the inspiration behind my progress, the inspiration behind Y.Y.C.I International, the inspiration behind everything that I am doing right now. How does it started? It all started, if you want to know story about me, if you want to know story about my experiences, my past experiences, right from proper, because it's 2 stories in that book, and then all the principles there. So if you want to know about how, want to know story from how, from my little time when I failed woefully my GCSE, I don't know what they call it now in Nigeria or Liberia. I failed woefully, woefully. And that was the time I had a dream that failing it is the beginning that you make. It's an attempt. But then that is not the end of the world. Life continues. Now becoming a Professor Queen Elizabeth. Now, and involved in lecturing almost 30 institute, both university, academic, including PCCF. So if you want to know the story and the steps I've taken, those books, those are written in my first book, which is Yes, You Can. So with the permission given to me on this platform, as one of your mentor, as one of your lecturer, I will release both 101, Yes You Can mindset, and I will also release Yes You Can book to only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will release the book for all of you for free. The first book, which is Yes You Can, is also as reached, because that was written 2018, has reached almost 1,000 world leaders in their hand, the paper book. and majority have reviewed, and they've also have used the same book in their own teaching, library, and other places. So I want to implore you that when a gift was given to you, please appreciate it by reading it, gain understanding, and let it inspire you to become the dreams that you have dreamt of yourself, the goals that you have planned for yourself to achieve it, and the vision that you have for yourself. And always remember and reminding yourself that yes, I can. Yes, we can. Even when you are forming a team or you are in the midst of project management and everything looks tight and tough and looks like it is impossible, let this book inspire you to say, yes, I can, and take action. So that is where we are going to end this program today. Firstly, I said I will say release the book to those that will release their email through Dr. Lansing, because Dr. Lansing is going to send it to me. I'll release the book to them, the two books, one on the book that Madam Elizabeth just mentioned, and the second book is Yes, You Can. So I'm going to release the two books to every one of you. And on top of it, just because I'm impressed the way you've read the book, Mrs. Elizabeth, we will release another book to you from Yes, You Can International. It's about the inspiration. It's about the transformation experience of our members that we have formed in a book when we are celebrating our 4th year anniversary last year. So I will release the 3 books to you, and I will release 2 books to others that are on this platform. So I want to say thank you so much. The very important thing that I will employ you to do is, number 1, register for advanced level of this diploma. Very important. Please, if you haven't done it, do it today. It's very important because you've started the process. You don't want to end there. You want to continue. And any knowledge is not waste because you don't know when you will need it most. It's not going to be the same as what you've learned so far within 10 days. So this advance is going to be more practical, more experience, more sharing, more discussion, and then probably we're going to take 1 or 2 projects and we'd all do it together as a team, and then we can accept the advanced level. So like I said, Dr. Lansing has made it in a reasonable price. So $13. So please rush that and finish up what you've started. Finish up the course. It's worth it. So I would like you to please enroll for that advanced level. After discussion, and if I can fit in, I might be joining the lecturers for this advanced level, but I don't know yet. So, but on the same time, I will be in the background supporting the motion. So, madam, how much each book costs? You want to know? Visit Amazon. Every of my books are in Amazon. So you can visit Amazon if you want to know the cost. But for this occasion, I'm releasing the ebook for everyone free of charge. That's what I said. So the most important thing is register for this advanced project management and get yourself ready for the course to start. Thank you for your commitment, your sacrifice to take up this 10 days challenge to study together project management. I want to seize this opportunity to express my own personal gratitude to Dr. Lonson for involving myself and Y.Y.C.I International for this project 10 days diploma. I also want to appreciate you all for making me to know you better on this channel. Mrs. Elizabeth and Mr. Onisa, Mr. Kim and Mr. Clinton, Madam Patience, Mr. Kenneth and Mr. Clinton, Mr. Tim. I really appreciate you for coming to listen to this young lady and believing me or trusting me to be able to deliver. Before, I always shy away to say I'm not a teacher, I'm not a lecturer. But after being involved in almost 20 to 30 lecturing the students in different organizations, I will say I'm learning and I will continue to learn. Okay, so over now to Dr. Lonsington. Dr. Lonsington, over to you, sir. I've finished my case to satisfy all our good, great leaders on this platform. So I don't want to go any further. It's already 11:50. I've made all the necessary announcement and I've also shared my appreciations to everyone for giving myself and Y.Y.C.I International to involve in this diploma. So over to you, sir, Dr. Lonsington.
All right, thank you so much, Your Excellency. Once again, I want to appreciate you from the depth of my heart on behalf of PCCF for always supporting us, for always guiding us, and being a mentor for all of us. The Lord strengthen you and bless you. Increase your grace more and more.
Amen.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, to our able participants, please, just like I said on the platform, on the WhatsApp platform, that immediately we end this class this morning, that the certificate will be issued to every one of you. Yes, that is going to happen now. The moment we are off from this section, you are going to receive the certificate on your private inbox. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Hope to see you in the next section of Advanced Diploma. Thank you.
Please send your email to Dr. Lonsing and you will get the 2 books today unfailingly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yesterday. Thank you.
So God bless you. Keep learning because learning is living and is lifelong. Have a wonderful week and God bless you all. Thank you. God bless.